I just wanted to remind you that the 3-day free Get Your First or Next Client Masterclass is happening today. We are starting today, May 27th, May 28th, and May 30th. Come join me at 10 a.m. Pacific time and learn how to get your first or next paying client in your business. Now, this masterclass was born from working with dozens of women over the past year to get their businesses up and running, making money, and getting clients. And as you know, I've taken a lot of courses and invested a lot of time and money into learning how to get clients. And I've put this framework together in a way that I have never seen done before. Because here's the thing, you probably already know what you need to do to get clients. You are smart, you are scrappy, you know what to do. You just aren't sure how to confidently get yourself to say the thing or do the thing or create the post or reach out or ask consistently for the sale. This masterclass is going to bridge that gap. I've got you, and I have a very, very deep understanding of what it takes in order to know something's possible, in order to know what you need to do, and bridge that gap to actually be able to do it with confidence and ease. Okay, so we're going to spend 3 days together. It's going to be so fun. This process has worked for me. It's worked for dozens of my clients, and it's perfect for coaches, VAs, OBMs who are 100% all in, and you're ready to go. You're ready to get clients. You're ready. You're there. You're ready. Come join me. I'm going to support you. It's completely free. And my goal is truly for you to understand this process and to get a client, build that confidence, and learn this process and then tweak it for yourself so you can use it over and over again to continue to get clients and book yourself out. So make sure that you sign up. The link is in the show notes. And even if you cannot make it live, still feel free to sign up because you will get the replays delivered directly to you so you can listen to them, you can learn, and I can support you. All right, I will see you there.
Since 2013 has just spiraled into me helping teacher creators with their curriculum and their marketing and bettering their business and helping the poor teachers left in the field right now.
I know.
Bless them. Seriously, bless them.
The poor teachers. I know. Seriously. You are listening to the Beyond the Classroom podcast, a podcast for burnt-out teachers who know something's gotta give. After teaching for 14 years and feeling completely burned out for way too long, in May of 2022, I made a big decision and left the classroom. I now help burnt-out teachers like you take back balance and joy so you can wake up every day loving your life. In this podcast, we'll explore who you are beyond the classroom, whether you're considering leaving or wanting to make changes so you can fall in love with teaching again. Either way, I understand what it's like to be living a life that looks fun and cute on the outside. You know, summer's off, playing all day, off at 2 o'clock every day, but actually feels miserable and draining. I'm your host and coach, Sandy Patterson, and I'm so excited to help you step into your fullest potential and believe in that potential to make an impact on the world, not just survive each day. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Beyond the Classroom podcast. I am Sandy Patterson, your host and certified life and business coach. And I am here today with Devan Lauerman, virtual assistant and copywriter. I am so excited to have Devan here with us today to share a little bit about her story, about her business, about what it's like to start a business. So Devan, say hi.
Hi, hello. It's nice to be here. I'm glad we could finally get this going.
Yes, I'm so excited to, mom life, right? Like there's always something that comes up. There's always an emergency. It happens. So we're flexible over here. Absolutely.
We have to be.
So Devan, tell us, I like to always start off the podcast episodes, or actually I'm starting it today. So I have a couple just fun questions for you to answer just to kind of get to know you a little bit more. So number one, where are you located?
I am in North Carolina, right south of Raleigh.
Nice. Okay. Do you prefer cats or dogs?
Oh, that's tough. I love dogs, but my husband is allergic, so we have cats. So
Okay.
I kind of flop to a cat person.
Perfect. And then if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Maybe
Don't
spaghetti.
think too hard.
Spaghetti.
Oh, that's so fun. Spaghetti, that's cute. And then last question, what are you watching on TV right now?
My husband and I are rewatching like all the seasons of Survivor from the very beginning.
Oh, love it. The
We're big
older
Survivor
seasons.
fans.
Best. Yes. Very cool. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. And go ahead and tell us a little bit more about you and what you do.
Okay. Well, I used to be a teacher. I taught preschool and kindergarten. And while I was doing my work there, I somehow landed in the field of helping teachers create their content and curriculums. So I started by like just dragging and dropping clip art into their pre-made worksheets. And from there, they asked me to help with their social media and asked me to help with their blogs and create graphics and check their emails. And it, since 2013 has just spiraled into me helping teacher creators with their curriculum and their marketing and bettering their business and helping the poor teachers left in the field right now.
I know.
Bless
Right?
them. Seriously, bless them.
The poor teachers. I know. Seriously. Okay. So 2013. So that was a while ago. How long have you been in your business?
I did it on the side for a long time, up until 2020. So from 2013 to 2020, I was just doing it on the side, weekends, nights. And when COVID hit is when it really boomed. I was basically working 2 full-time jobs because so many people wanted help with those digital resources, you know, Boom cards and Google Docs and things like that. So I was really amping up. And because I was doing so much to help with the digital world, we were like, well, COVID's not treating me nicely in the classroom, so we may as well jump ship and start there. So in a roundabout way, COVID kind of helped me leave the classroom and launch this business, entrepreneurship, whatever you want to call it, freelancing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, girl, you're CEO of your business, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so let me just go back just a little bit. So you said you were teaching full time and also running your business as almost like a side hustle
Yeah.
for, what was that, 7 years?
Just about, yeah. And it slowly gained speed. So at first it was just like, hey, I'm going to do like 30 minutes here and there. Nothing crazy, just making a couple extra dollars. And then as it picked up, I was, waking up early to work on stuff, working late into the night, working while the kids were outside at recess and my teacher assistant was on the playground with them and I had an extra minute. So it was just anytime I could squeeze in whatever I could.
Yes. Okay. So when you started it, you didn't initially start your business as like, oh, perfect, I'm going to start this business to leave my job. It was kind of just like, I'll just do this on the side. So how did you even start? Like, how did you even think to start doing that?
One of my clients who I still work for now, I've been with her since about 2013. She was one of my first. She was just telling me how her business started on the TPT, Teachers Pay Teachers website, and how she left teaching and became a homeschool mom. And she kind of just helped me get more hours. She was like, if you also want to leave the classroom, I have tons for you to do. So just let me know. So she kind of just piqued my interest. And I had never really thought of it. I always thought of it as just, teachers are always looking for extra ways to make money. So I thought of it as just an extra way to make money until she mentioned, hey, it could be full time. It just made sense. Like, why would I torture myself in the classroom where my coworkers weren't being very kind? So I was like, I'm just going to go home, spend more time with my kid. So
yes, and it's obviously working out for you now, right? Because the rest is kind of history. You're in it, and it's working for you and your family, and you've been able to sustain. Like, you haven't gone back to the classroom,
right?
So, yeah, that's so awesome. And I think I love this idea. Like, what I picked up in that conversation there is that you weren't in the headspace of like, oh my gosh, I have to make this work. I have to find clients. I have to make this happen. Like, if I don't, oh my goodness. It was just kind of like you let things flow and you let
it was very
things
organic
come to you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's not always easy because oftentimes, at least a lot of the people that I work with, they're like, I want to do this thing, but it's so hard. I'm having a hard time doing it. What would you say to them?
That's really hard because I feel like I go through it. Like even now I like to crochet and I almost want to build a business off of that too. So I just have to, calm down and say, no, just let it happen organically. So there are so many people out there trying to say like, how can you do it so quickly? And I don't know that there is a way to do it super quickly. I think it just takes Honestly, just time, networking, any place you can get, Facebook groups, LinkedIn, if you're in the right field. Some of the stuff online, like LinkedIn, doesn't necessarily help with my field, I feel like. You just have to find like the right spot to find them. Facebook has been my spot, and just word of mouth, constantly asking my clients, hey, do you know anybody else that's looking for help in the same areas? And just, keeping your fingers crossed, thinking positively. At least that's what I've been doing. I feel like I have to like almost like speak it into the universe. Like, I'm going to get one more client today, and just hope for the best.
Yes, I love that. Speak into the universe. I love, one of my favorite affirmations is, universe, show me how good it gets.
Yes.
Show me how good it gets to be. And it always does. It always delivers.
I truly believe that if you're doing like a Debbie Downer, like, it's not going to come your way. You got to think positively. It's so hard, but you have to.
It is hard, especially when you're in those moments. I'm sure you've had them. We've all had them in those beginning phases of business where you're like, oh my gosh, this isn't working. Like, I just want to throw the towel in. Like, why am I even, doing this? But I want to tap on something that you just mentioned. You said, we hear a lot of people asking, like, how do I do this quickly? Like, basically we have a thought like, ooh, I'm going to start this business, or I'm going to do this thing, or I'm going to offer this service. And then the next day we want people to start rolling in and buying our product or buying our service. And you said, I don't know if there's actually really a quick way to do this. And I think that oftentimes we see on social media, right? Like, we see these stories of people who, they're like, oh, my business boomed overnight, or, oh, I, made this much money in a month, or whatever it is. And I didn't even really try. But I'm going to agree with you and say that sustainability wise, if you're building something that's really going to sustain you and that you're really going to love to be in long term, there's not really a quick way to do it. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. If it's something that you actually truly enjoy doing, you're not just trying to do it to make money. Everybody wants to make money, sure. It's just going to come naturally. It's so hard to explain. But yeah, if you're trying too hard, it's almost like your heart's not in it. Like, you're so focused on the work that it's not your passion, not what you're meant to do. You're just trying to get to that end goal instead of just like enjoying it. Like, I really just enjoy helping my clients. Like, I really enjoy the relationships and talking to them. And I mean, just building off of what they need. I start with one thing, and usually they come after me for more, like, hey, do you need help with X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, sure, add it to the list. And if it's something that I don't know how to do or only have like barely tapped into, they're like, let me show you. And it's one more thing to add to my resume. So I'm constantly just ready to learn. And
yeah. And I think that's something that teachers, especially, like, we are quick learners. Like, we are lifelong quick learners. We can figure anything out. Like, you just tell me what you need and I will figure it out. I will make it happen. And I think that is something that is so, so special, specifically about teachers who are business building and who are in these phases of working on creating something, is that you can figure anything out. Yeah. Like, literally, you can figure anything out. We can figure anything out. We can do it all. Okay, so tell me, Devan, what was the hardest part about starting your business?
It would probably be just making sure that it would give us financial stability. We were lucky enough that my husband has a full-time job, and so we could rely on his income if we had to. It would be tight, but we knew that me stepping out of the classroom wasn't going to hurt us too much. So it was just hard stepping away from like my healthcare. Honestly, like the relationships in the classroom, I don't have people that I work with now. My coworker is my daughter. So just the financial stability, and not saying that it wasn't there, but just like the what ifs and the unknown, because I pick up my clients and my income just relies on how many clients I have month to month, year to year. So just that unknown.
Yeah, I think that's something too that you don't really realize too. Like, when you step into entrepreneurship or you step into business, you're essentially saying goodbye to any form of consistency, right? And as teachers, like, you are in the same boat here. Like, we're used to getting the exact same amount of money deposited into our account at the exact same time on the exact same day every month. And that's just how it is. And when you step into business ownership here, it is very unknown. And it, like, sometimes it's really great and sometimes it's really not. And I know personally for me, like, I had to really do a lot of work around that piece of it, of like being like, it's okay if it's not consistent. Like it's going to be just fine, because it always really does work out.
Yes. Yes.
And you also talked about too, stepping away from, I hear that a lot, like, well, I would do this, but the financial stability, the healthcare, like, what would you say to somebody that those are the reasons that are stopping them from going all in on really, whether it's starting a business or chasing their dream or, you know, doing something kind of outside of the box? What would you say to them?
There's always going to be something holding you back. You might have one thing holding you back 1 month, and then next month that's gone, but there's a new reason. I feel like there's never going to be just like no reason not to. My husband gave me some quote about like, you're never going to get what you want unless you take the risk. I feel like it was some celebrity that said it. I would have to look up who it was, but Morgan Freeman, maybe. I don't know. He listens to all kinds of stuff like that, but it was very like, you got to take the plunge. You just, at some point you just have to do it. Like, set aside your fears, just take the plunge. Especially if you're unhappy, you got to move. Like, you're just going to be stagnant and unhappy unless you go do something else. Yeah, and it might be hard at first, but it won't be hard forever.
Yes, I love that. And I love when you said there's always going to be something to hold you back. And I think too, that goes with the financial stability too, because I think that as business owners, we think like, oh, well, when I hit that like 2K month or that 5K month or that 10K month, then I won't have anything to worry about. When in reality, like all of those things that you're worrying about, it's either going to be the same things that you're worrying about because those same beliefs are coming with you, or it's a whole nother bag of crap to deal with, right? Yeah.
Even if you have a 10K month 1 month and the next month is low, I mean, it's going to be ups and downs. There are definite ups and downs in this field, if you even want to call it that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just, yeah. You just have to trust the process and make sure you don't spend it all when you do make that 10K month. Hang on to it.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of planning, a little bit of faith, a little bit of, well, I won't say a little bit, a lot of strategic action, right? Even when you're scared, like doing the things. Okay, so we're just talking about how like there's always something that's holding you back, and there's always going to be like another set of problems, like wherever you. What would you say right now in your business? What are you grappling with right now? What is your biggest like? Ugh.
Right now, I'm only working like 15 hours a week because I have my 1-year-old home full time with me. Yeah. My son goes to half day preschool, and my daughter's home with me full time. So I really only get maybe like 3 hours a day to work on stuff. So that's my biggest thing, is just having her home. Once she's in school, I think it'll open the door for a lot more clients and time and flexibility. So just, I've had to wake up earlier and work on things instead of sleeping in a little bit. So it's been a bit of an adjustment, and like making sure I'm ahead of things so that I don't fall behind on days when they're sick or whatever happens.
Yeah, it's all a balancing act, right? Like, especially if you're momming and running a business and taking care of, you know, other people too. But I love what you just described is you literally have built your business around what's important to you. And you just described like, I'm able to be there for my family. I'm able to be here for my daughter. I'm able to be present. And before we even started recording, you were like, oh, just picked the kids up from school, did the grocery shop, like got the groceries put away, all that stuff. Yep. But you've built this business around your life and what's important to you. And I think it's important to remember that that's possible, right? Because I think so oftentimes we get stuck in this idea of like, it has to be a certain way, especially for teachers, right? Because both you and I came from that. Like I don't know about you, but I thought I was going to be a teacher forever. Like that was just going to be like what I did. And then it wasn't anymore. So can you speak a little bit to how you built that business around your priorities?
I used to drive 30 minutes to school to teach. And so I would wake my son up at, 6 o'clock. We'd hop in the car pretty quickly after that, drive to school. I'd drop him off at preschool, daycare. And then I'd get him at 5:30, and he was in bed at 6:30 at the time when he was little. I didn't have but 2 hours a day with my infant baby, and I couldn't take that as a mom. So I even if COVID wouldn't have happened, I think I would have found a way to at least get to a school that was closer.
Yeah.
But I just really had to soul search and figure out, I mean, when you become a mother, especially, like nothing else matters. I mean, I can't imagine a world without him. We could be living in a little box on the side of the road. As long as I had him and my family, that's all that matters to me. It'd be hard, but yeah.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. So what has been the most rewarding thing about running your business?
I think just saying that it's possible. There were definitely doubts when I left the classroom and started this full time. There were huge doubts like, oh my gosh, what if I don't make any money? What if all my clients jump ship? What if I'm left with nothing? And just realizing that wasn't true. And once I had more time to gain clients, that like things just went up from there. And then just spending time with my kids more too.
I'm wondering too, as you're saying that, like in the beginning when you're like, oh my gosh, like, what if my clients jump ship? What if I don't have any client? What if I don't make, all those thoughts that we have. Do you still ever grapple with those thoughts now?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I just had a client the other week that said, hey, I love working with you so much, but I can't afford to work with you next month. So she's going to be leaving me. I kind of convinced her to keep me on with a few small tasks, but it happens. You lose one and then you gain another. You lose two, you gain three. It does happen for sure. So it always pops up, but I just have to remind myself that, okay, she's leaving, but there will be more.
So again, like normalizing that idea that like the doubt and the like roller coaster ride doesn't really ever go away. Like, again, it's this idea of like, well, when I have this many clients, then I'll feel confident. When I have this, whatever it is, then I won't have anything to worry about. But those thoughts and those fears, they follow us. I think the magic is in being able to recognize, like you just said, like, wait, is that actually true?
Right.
Like, no, It's not actually true. Like, we're not going to be living in a cardboard box on the side of the road. Like, we're going to be just fine, kind of like you just said. Okay, so one last question before we start to wrap it up for you. What final piece of advice would you have for someone who is in those beginning phases of building their business? What would you tell them?
I think I would tell them to really play off of their strengths. I feel like this is what people told me, and I was always like, well, what are my strengths? Like, I like to sit around and drink coffee and watch TV. What am I supposed to get off of that? But it's really just about like, figuring out whether you like to write or if you have an artistic side to you. Like if you're more artistic, you might like to play around in Canva, or if you're very organized, maybe you want to be helping people schedule things or check their email, things like that. It's really hard. I still struggle with it sometimes, and I feel like it's constantly evolving. Just try to find just one thing that you enjoy doing and that you could help somebody else with.
It seems so simple, right?
Yeah, it does.
But it's not. It's not. I hear you. And I think that too, in order for you to find that one thing that you really enjoy and that you feel like you're really good at, and that thing that you feel like you can help people with, I'm going to guess that you probably, and you kind of said this a little bit before, but like you probably were like, I'll do whatever. Like I'll do anything. Like I'll just put myself out there. And it wasn't until recently, right, that you started to niche down.
Yeah.
Because you mostly do copywriting now, right?
Right. And I started as like social media, writing captions for people and like scheduling their Pinterest and Tailwind, which I don't mind. But as I started doing it and they asked me to help with the captions and the copywriting and the blogs is where I realized like I really enjoy like writing and kind of pretending to be them and putting myself in their shoes. So it definitely took a couple of years for me to find it by doing some things that I wasn't as keen on.
Yes. Okay. A couple years. In the grand scheme of things, a couple years is not a long time, but in business land, when you're like, I want this to work right now. I want this to work yesterday. 2 years is a long time. So patience too, right?
Patience,
to be like, just try it out, see what happens, experiment with it. Like everything in business is really an experiment. Like, let me just try this out. Let me see what happens. Let's see if it works. And if not, we just tweak and we go.
Be honest with people that are looking for help. Just tell them, this is what I like to do. This is what I can do. I've never touched Canva, for example, but I really want to learn. And if you're willing to show me your templates and like, let me experiment with dragging and dropping, like maybe I'll be amazing at it. Like, let me just try, you know?
And I think that teachers are so, just talking about teachers specifically, but teachers have so many like skills and things that you can do that you're already doing that you don't realize. Like when we talk about like being creative, I know so many people are like, well, I'm not creative. I don't know. Like you're not thinking about creativity in different ways that can help people too. Because something that seems so simple to you might be something that's really difficult for somebody else.
Right.
So yeah, oh my gosh, this is such a great conversation. Devan, thank you so much for being here today. I'm so glad, like I said, we finally got to connect. Tell a little bit about too, where we can find you and what you offer, what your offers are.
I help people with social media, but I don't really have my own social media presence. I think my like social media business handle is at Devan Lauerman, I think, or .Lauerman. I think I gave it to you.
I'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, sorry. I don't go on there much, but the best way to contact me is through my email. And I also have a website with my pricing if that's helpful.
Perfect. And so what do you enjoy doing? Where's your sweet spot in your business?
I really like copywriting, like ghostwriting, blog writing for people. I feel like I'm really good at putting myself into their voice, especially if it's in the teacher realm, the mom world, the crafting realm. I can put myself in there and create a good story, a good sell, whatever it is you're looking for, you know?
Okay, perfect. Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, we will go ahead. Thank you so much again, Devan, for being here, sharing your story, sharing a little bit about starting the business. The whole idea with this podcast too is that if she can do it, so can I, right? Like you can do it. And
we're all here to support each other for sure.
Yes, we are all here to support and uplift each other. We're working in this idea that like there's so much goodness to go around that you get to build a life around what's important to you. I get to build a life around what's important to me. There's plenty of clients, there's plenty of people, there's plenty of opportunities out there that maybe you don't even know about. You just have to open up the possibility, right?
Yes.
Cool. Well, thank you, Devan. All of Devan's info will be in the show notes, so you can check her out. And if you need support from her, I know she would love to connect with you. And we will see you guys next time on the next episode. Thank you, Devan.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Beyond the Classroom. If you know something has to change and you're ready to take the next step to make it happen, whether it's in or out of the classroom, let's talk it through together. Schedule a no-obligation chat with me and we can talk through where you're stuck, how to get you unstuck, and how to keep you moving forward. Schedule your free call today by clicking the link in the show notes. I can't wait to connect with you.